Welcome back to the Delmarva Sports Insider. We're getting down to the wire as the regular seasons are winding down in both Delaware and Maryland. Trey, you've kept even me in suspense. I want to know how last night's games in Delaware impacted your rankings this week.
Thanks, Haley. Guess what? Only some minor movement in these power rankings. The teams that needed to win did, and the ones that lost, I just have to stay off my list. So what? Just get used to it, guys. Let's get into it. Beginning in Delaware, number 5, I'm going with Milford after the Bucks took care of business on the road against rival Lake Forest. They are still, in my opinion, the second best team in the Henlopen South right now. Number 4, I'm rolling with the Cape Henlopen Vikings. The Vikings rebounded after a rush stretch to start the year. Number 3, how about CR? What a fight they put up at home against Smyrna. It will be a tough outcome playoff time. And at number 2, Woodbridge, because I feel like even though they're a Division II school, they do not get as much love statewide, and they have some players who know what it takes to win. And at number 1, what else is new? Of course, the Smyrna Eagles. In Maryland, there's some minor movement. At 5 this week, North Carolina makes the rankings for the first time this season. The Bulldogs have quietly entered conversations as contenders in the 2A East region. They currently have a 5-game winning streak going on. At number 4, Washington. They just really need to work on being consistent. And that can start by going 2-0 next week, with a big one coming this Tuesday in Snow Hill. At 3, Kent County. This is the highest the Trojans have been ranked this season. They have just beat up the Bayside North to a pulp and will represent them in the Bayside title game. Sneak peek of that game when they host Decatur on Thursday. That'll probably be our game of the week. Number 2, Snow Hill. As I said, the Eagles have climbed that mountain all year long. They cannot afford to start playing bad and being inconsistent again as the regular season comes to an end. And at number 1, the Stephen Decatur Seahawks, of course, and their ankle breakers in the current 11-game winning streak. Of course, they're at number 1. All right, we'll have to see what next week brings, but that concludes this week's Power Rankings. Coming up, we all know the big game is tomorrow, and some local college has some pretty big ties to Super Bowl 51. Stick around to see which one when we return.
I'm Brian Wines, Bucks Wrestling 285, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.